I think I must have been like 9 years old. And I remember one of the first things I did was I showed all my friends. Like instantly, I brought them in because I was like, yo, look at that. I found it hilarious. Like I found it really funny. And I brought them all, all in and everyone was, and some people were laughing. Mostly the boys were laughing, but the girls were a bit like, oh shit, like a bit on edge. Some of the girls were laughing as well, but so that's when I realized maybe there's something a bit different here. So yeah, that's my first interaction with porn.
Probably like mid-teens.
Maybe 11, maybe 12.
Like 11?
10, 11.
From primary school though, like people spoke about it.
It's quite strange because I've never been like an avid porn watcher, but I've always been really interested in making porn.
I started working in mainstream porn because that's all the porn that was really out there and accessible, especially in the UK.
I am a porn star, an award-winning porn star.
Guy fucks girl in quite a harsh way.
I mentioned the word glossy earlier, which is very much associated with mainstream porn.
To me, mainstream porn lives on these tube sites. There's a station called Babe Station.
Xvideos.com.
Xvideos, I think it's called? Yeah.
Pornhub. Just go on like Pornhub and I mean...
Just the old reliable, isn't it?
If ever I've watched porn, let's say with a guy, I'm just, after a while, I either tend to just complete boredom or like almost laughing at the sort of the ludicrous nature of what we're both watching and how we're both experiencing it quite differently.
Women in porn seem to just be like holes.
I think because it's so directed at male pleasure, you kind of feel that you're not worthy of pleasure, you know, and I felt guilty for that in the past. I've been like, okay, am I worthy of like asking him to lick me out and have an orgasm?
Like when we were talking and he was like, can't wait to taste you, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, all right.
The types of women that they show on there are just like tall and voluptuous.
Oiled up and like they've got plastic surgery everywhere. And then when we got down to doing it, he didn't.
Being almost entirely opposite to that, you do think, oh God.
You kind of feel disoriented like on how you're supposed to look as a woman. He was like, never seen a hairy girl before. And I was like, oh my God.
I did see sex as something that, as a woman, it was successful if, number one, it didn't hurt, and number two, the man had an orgasm. That was the way I judged good sex. I didn't realise that it was for us too.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes so much sense. But that's what I'm saying. I've never thought of it like that because I'm watching it to look at a woman.
I have a penis. And I'm like, wait, no I don't. No I don't. Why is my view always a woman, like bouncing up and then even when it is a guy, it just feels...
I felt nasty before. I felt like, why did I do that?
I think in my head, I've linked arousal to that objectification.
You know, it affects almost your social skills and the way that you view and interact with women. And I thought to myself, wow, that's quite true.
I remember being quite awkward around girls, but it was kind of taken to the extreme.
I sexualized women a lot more before, especially when I was younger. And I don't know, I'm not saying that I think porn has everything to do with that, but I think it contributes.
The idea of like anxiety, like when you're watching it and sort of you see the whole thing play out and then in your mind you're thinking, it never really goes like that, and you wonder if it's just for you or if it's for like everyone.
And it injects a lot of self-doubt into relationships as well.
Because I think it maybe makes you question who they are.
It's almost like a synthetic relationship, which kind of takes away from your actual relationships that you'll actually have.
Okay, this person that I'm having this sexual experience with loves when I do this, but he also loves when like a girl fakes an orgasm in porn and like screams "fuck me more."
For example, I've been in a relationship and I felt that because I'd been watching porn, I didn't need the intimacy from another person. Made me feel like I didn't need that person in my life.
No one likes to talk about sex. No one likes to talk about porn. People are embarrassed that they watch porn.
I'm not sure, I think it got a bad rep over the years.
It's weird because you type in PO on Google and porn will come up straight away. It's so easy to find.
If I had to go out of my way to watch porn?
No, definitely not.
See, like, porn's always been accessible, so I don't.
Definitely would not pay for it. I'm too broke to pay for it. No, no.
For the longest time, I convinced myself that I wasn't gay at all. I was just watching girls have sex with each other. And I feel like porn can very much do that to you because obviously you're watching something happen and you're not really engaging in it.
Using porn as an excuse to not talk about the fact that I was attracted to women, the fact that everybody was expecting me to be straight.
I felt like an outsider looking in on lesbianism.
So when it comes to lesbian porn, I'm a bit like, I don't really like watching it.
Like you never really see like butch lesbians, STEM lesbians. You always see like really feminine lesbians, and like of course we do exist, but it's also like it's very much staged to appeal to guys who like women being women.
When it comes to like interracial relationships and sexual relationships, there's always a thought in my mind of,
I want to be with you because I've never been with a black girl before.
Is this something that you're taking off the bucket list?
Because I've had that a lot.
Is this tokenistic?
Like a lot of white guys say, oh, I've never been with a black girl before, like it's like a flavour or something.
I guess when you're initially meeting people, be in the back of your head a little bit, and I think that probably has a lot to do with porn.
That's something I think about anyway, just because of how society is.
I just see like an extra element of like brutalization when it comes to black women.
And even if it's like black on black, it would be like Ghetto Busters 9, Ghetto Booty Bitch, Shakika Gets Fucked.
Like slavery porn, that's a genre.
It's a damaging stereotype because it connects to the idea that like black people like more aggressive.
They assume you're searching for white people.
There's not like a white category, is there? It is very much a taboo category, which is strange.
Probably is for pleasure, but it's for sometimes gaining a different perspective.
It's a good stress release, you know.
Yeah, I don't think watching porn is bad. I just think it's what you take from it and how you if you think, don't take it for what it is.
Like there are women of all types of shapes and sizes, and
to kind of see women that I could relate to.
It makes you feel less pressure.
As an aid for finding out what I do like about myself or what I do like done to me. And
it empowered me to talk about it because I realised it's a big problem for women to talk about porn and sex and masturbation and them masturbating.
You know when you do sex ed in school, you shouldn't just especially at like 12, you should at least start talking about porn at ages 12, because that's when kids are going to start watching it.
Satisfies my needs, innit? Yeah, basically, yeah, that's all. I guess that's all you really need from it. I don't think you can take much more from that, like from porn.